Hello. Hello. You guys, it's that time of year. It is the Sephora Savings event. I'm shooting this in advance. I don't remember the dates, but I am posting this the day before. So hit those links, get it in your cart, and get out. I typically do a couple, especially if I'm ordering something that I know is going ground and I'm being impatient and I want to receive the stuff that isn't going ground right away and I don't want my whole order to be delayed. But I usually also come back to get something I forgot about or something that is new, although not a lot of new releases are coming out right now. I'm coming to you makeup free. I would like to tell you that I'm coming to you makeup free because today's video is about hair, skincare, and other things that are not makeup. But the truth is, I'm just lazy. I'm not inspired today to put on makeup. It happens once in a while. So let's get started. We're going to start with hair because I'm getting a little hot. This is my personal fur coat and it's long. Yep, it's long and it's hot. And yeah, so we're going to start with that. All my life I've had a massive amount of hair. Now I have less hair. I'm 61. Then I've been losing my hair for maybe, I don't know, 10 years. My hair is thick and I think it's coarse as well. And it takes forever to dry and forever to get a style. I used to do rollers, I used to do round brushes, but it was when I got this that my life changed. So I just took a shower and washed my hair and dried it. And it's not 100% dry. I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. Ta-da! There goes my hair. Goodbye, sweet babies. I like to use this the most, but when I first got this, I used the little curlicue tube, which I do like. It's just that because I have so much hair, I have to do really small sections or it won't suction that in, and I used to do that. The picture's here, right? And I'm sure I'll get to that again, but right now I'm just enjoying the Jan Brady look. This is a godsend, and the reason we're starting with hair is this is going up now because I'm feeling a little hot. Oh, you know what? But before we do that, let's talk about the next product. So, I highly recommend the Dyson. Get it on sale if you have a lot of hair, thick hair. It just seems to dry my hair better. Always keep it moving fast. Don't concentrate in one area. Even when I do the flip at the end, you can see I'm slowing down, but I'm not going to hold it there. And before I put my hair up, let's talk about this. This is Color Wow's powder, and let's talk about this. This is this strange gray patch right here. So I'm kind of lazy about doing my color. I wait until it gets really tragic, and I use this all the time. And I tend to forget that I have really tragic roots because this stays on. I wash my hair about once a week, you guys. I put this on and I totally forget, oh, I have to do my grays because I can't see it. I saw somebody say, I don't get this. I think it was Tati. And let me explain. You rub it into the brush like yay. Rubby, rubby, rubby. Rubby, rubby, rubby. And that's exactly how you get it into your hair. Now, usually I have the benefit of doing this in the bathroom and the mirror's closer, but I'm just going to go rubby, rubby, rubby. Ta-da! Where's that gray patch? I don't know. Now I can't see because this mirror is far away, but I feel like I probably have some over here. And you're just kind of working it into the hair. And it's just not going to bleed down your face. And it's going to stay on until your next wash. And suddenly, I don't see that gray. It's kind of a miracle. It is the best. It's not messy. It's not a spray. You don't have to lay down a towel and put one over your clothes because you're doing a spray. I love it, and it lasts for a good long time. And I use a lot because, as I said, I don't do my roots all that often. Now the hair is going up, and we'll be right back. This is the Shu Uemura Yuba Blonde. Looks like this, and it's very dark purple, and it is absolutely, it's done. The very last time I used it, I mixed it with another conditioner just to get a little more life out of this. This is a bluing. Bluing shampoos, in my experience, are really super drying, and you don't leave them on your hair for a long time. But after you color your hair, the cuticle is open to receive whatever you want, right? I want to make sure I'm not brassy. I realize sometimes my hair does look a little brassy, but I think it's the light. It's not super silver, which is also not a look that I want. But this is something I use every time I color my hair. And once in a while, you guys, I don't do highlights all over. I'll just pull out a couple right here because I'm trying to get this just right, which I'm having a hard time doing this time. And I'll just do little strands and then wash them in the sink, and then I'll put a little bit of this on. I haven't the last few times because I am out of it. If you color your hair, if you lighten your hair, I highly, highly suggest you get this to use after your highlighting. Leave it in a little bit longer. It will leave your hair a little heavy if you leave it for a long time, but I'm willing to have heavier hair for, a week, 5 days, as opposed to having some brass. Highly, highly recommend this. I'm out. I will be getting it. I didn't bring my shampoo down because it was wet, because I just washed it and I finished it, you guys, and that is from Coarse. Put a picture right here or right here. This is also very good for hair that is silver or gray or blonde. It's not bluing, but it abates the idea of getting brassy. It's my go-to. I have a lot of shampoos, and I have shampoos to use until the sale. I just love it. And then this Coarse conditioner I also love. So this is what I'll mix with this when it's just going. And it's a lovely product. I use this less and less often because let's talk about some more conditioners. This K18 is fabulous. This I've used a lot recently because I've been doing a little bit of color almost every time I shampoo. I haven't been using it as much. Today I'm using it though. This is fantastic. It makes your hair so much smoother and stronger, and I love it. I feel that it has changed my hair. From Coarse, the Chroma Absolute, just enough for one more use. First of all, it smells like a dream. It smells so good. It smells so, so good. I've been sitting here actually thinking, what smells so good right now? Because this fell under my seat. It's just delicious and lovely. It makes your hair shiny. It helps to build your hair. It does good things for your hair. I absolutely trust this brand, Coarse. And that combined with this, you do not use them at the same time. So this is your conditioner. You leave it in for 5 minutes if you can. Rinse it out, you're done, and you don't put something like this on. This, you wash your hair, don't use a conditioner. Then I comb through my hair, split it in two, and I do a pump on each side and work it through with my brush. So these are your conditioners. This is after you get out of the shower, and this is while you're in the shower and you rinse it out. And this you don't rinse out. I cannot tell you how lovely these are. I highly, highly recommend them. Another thing I really recommend, this is from the Olaplex line, and it is the Bond Smoother. So oftentimes when the hair is frizzy, my hair anyway, it means it's not 100% dry. It looks dry, it feels dry, but there's moisture in it. This will help flatten everything out. My hairstylist actually uses this on me every time he's done with a blow dry. And as a professional, he of course gets a blow dry that is miles above mine, although mine's improved a lot since I got the Dyson. He always uses the Olaplex. I love this very much, just a touch. If you have thin hair, hardly any. And maybe even it's not a product for you if your hair is quite thin. But it is wonderful. And another product, this is the Color Wow Dream Coat, And this is fabulous. If you live somewhere where it's humid and you just cannot get the moisture out of your hair and it's constantly frizzy, give this a try. I have used this many times, but I don't use it every time. And I have to say, sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. Again, my stylist used this on me and I'm like, I need this. I need this right away. And I tend to err on the not too much because it's hard to go back when you're putting too much of anything in your hair. I think that you need to do a little too much with this one. If you don't have enough, you're not going to get the effect, so just have fun with it. Put a ton on and then dry your hair immediately. It's heat activated. If you put it on and air dry, nothing's going to happen. These are my hair selects from the Sephora sale. Some of them I need to repurchase. Really, my shampoo, this and this I need to repurchase, but I have a backup of the K18. I have plenty of this, and I'm telling you, this will easily last me more than 6 months. This is how much I have. I use just a touch, and I have a lot of hair. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about sunscreens. There's 2 sunscreens, and I don't have it. Show picture. I really enjoy the Coarse. I featured it in my empties video. This is the other thing from Sephora that I highly, highly, highly recommend. Oh, I don't have much powder. So what happens is you can just get the refill, as I understand it. I use this a lot for walking my dog. So I put on my sunscreen like most people when I do my skincare. And oftentimes it's 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I walk her at 4, depending on the time of year again, I feel that it's probably worn off. It's probably degraded and I just need a topper. And this is a great topper, and it actually looks quite nice on the skin. So there's a double for you. For in the shower, the L'Occitane Almond shower oil. It's like an oil and a gel combined. It makes your skin soft, but it also makes your shower a complete delight because it smells so good. Put this with this. You're not going to need any perfume, and people want to get close to you and say, what do you smell like? It's a delight. Let's talk about skincare, you guys. I am going to post right here my most recent morning skincare routine, which was just a few weeks ago. And in a moment, I'm going to post also, and I'll bring my finger up when it happens, a video that I did a couple of years ago when I spoke about my foundational beliefs about skincare, how I like to handle skincare, and why I like to do essences, why I like to do this, why I like to do that, and what your skin needs to be healthy and strong. And I'll post that right here. I do not believe that you need to buy expensive skincare. If you take the time to learn about ingredients and to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you, you can find reasonably priced skincare that has beneficials. But most of my skincare is quite reasonably priced, which leaves room for me to have a couple of more expensive items if I want to, if they work for me. So let's talk about a couple of things that you can get at Sephora that I own and use a lot, and some of them not a lot, but we'll talk about them anyway. The most expensive thing is the Augustinus Bader Ultimate Soothing Cream. This lasts me for 6 months. I get it at every sale. Hello. This is going to get me maybe 3 more days. I mean, just in time. I'm shooting this the Sunday before the sale. I love this. It's an occlusive layer I put on after everything else that locks everything in, but it's also moisturizing. But it doesn't feel oily or slippy to me. It really does have an occlusive nature about it. I'd show you what the texture is, but golly, I hardly have any left. I'm just going to skim a little bit here, right? It melts in, but it also has, it just doesn't feel oily. If you're someone who doesn't like a big greasy mess, you're going to like this. If you're someone who has a compromised barrier, you're going to want this. If you're somebody who has very dry skin, my skin isn't even very dry, but at night I like to pile it on, and this is what I finish with. Now, towards the beginning of my program, after my vitamin C, and at night, not after my vitamin C, right, is the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Activator, I think is what it's called. I am not going to do this on my hand because this is expensive and it doesn't last me a long time. I use one pump morning and night, and I'm not here to lie, you guys. I love this. It does something to my skin. I don't understand why, because the actives in here I get in other products, but there's something about the formula when everything is put together. That's the alchemy of this. But this doesn't last me 2 months. I go through this pretty quickly, but this product I highly recommend. Get it on sale. Now let's talk about under eyes. Many people have said, who have followed me for a while, my under eyes are looking so much better. That's because I've been using under eye creams or lotions that have vitamin K in them, which strengthens the blood vessels under your eyes when applied topically. Because a lot of times what your darkness is the transparency of your skin. Your skin is getting thinner and thinner, and you can see the underworkings under your eye. Now some people, it's actually their skin. This isn't going to help that. A vitamin C will. But if it's actually the thinness of your skin, the best approach is to strengthen those blood vessels so they're not breaking and therefore looking dark. This Ole Hendrickson Banana Bright has it. I use this at night, and I use this at night because I noticed that there was a little bit of weirdness going on right here after I put on my concealer, and I felt that my concealer and this were not happy together. So dermatology during the morning, which just sinks into the skin, there's no problem with anything, and this one at night. And I love it. It lasts me for a long time now that I'm only doing it at night. You don't need a lot of this, you guys, but I would say half left. I think I'm going to make it until the next sale. But Augustinus Butter I'm getting. I just got this, so I'm fine with this, but I may give it back up. And now let's talk about a couple of things that I tried to put in my program, and some of them were in my program quite steadily, but I moved away from them. And I've spoken about this before in skincare videos. I have a lot of products, and I believe that yes, we all need a daily program that we can count on and go to, but we go through stages where something else is happening and we need something more. And for that, I have items that I can turn to, or I might be, I'm kind of tired of this, why don't I try this product for now? This is the Ordinary, which is also well priced anyway, so whether it's on sale or not. This is the Natural Moisturizing Factors, and that is something that is naturally occurring in your skin. It's a cream, and it's slightly occlusive. Not as much as the Augustinus Butter, but it's heavier than my liquid gold. And I used to do this as my final, to just have everything locked into my skin. Your skin recognizes natural moisturizing factors because it's occurring there, and it adapts to it. It knows what to do with it, and it's lovely. And also from them, this is azelaic acid. This is supposed to help with redness, but I believe that with products like this, you must use them consistently for a year. It's not like you're going to see a difference in 3 months as far as I'm concerned. It is quite heavy, and it's not really moisturizing. It's more of a dimethicone, like a heavy dimethicone, so it feels moisturizing, but it's not really an emollient as far as I'm concerned. But if you have redness and you are willing to commit to using this every night, I don't think it's cosmetically elegant. I wouldn't wear it during the day for a year to see if this is going to help you out. I recommend it. Give it a try. I just didn't stick with it. And Paula's Choice has several things that I like. One of them, I can't remember the name of it, and I've gone through it. I'll post a picture right here. And that is lovely. It's a lot like the Lala cream from Drunk Elephant. From Paula's Choice, water infusing electrolyte moisturizer. This is so interesting. It comes out one texture, but then it feels like another one, when you blend it in. And I might be almost done with this. So it looks like a gel, but it turns watery. It is lovely. It does smell like minerals, like electrolytes, kind of like, what was that thing, that vitamin C thing that you put in water? Kind of like that. I don't mind it though. It's lovely. And for me, I would use it in the light moisturizer phase of my program. Really, really lovely. And I do use this once in a while, something you might want to consider. And I lied. Finally, Drunk Elephant's Vitamin C. So I use 3 different vitamin C's. I kind of rotate them in and out. The first vitamin C I ever tried was from Drunk Elephant. Well, not ever tried, but ever committed to, because my skin was so sensitive. The first vitamin C I ever put on, I remember putting it on, getting in the car, looking in the mirror. I'm telling you, not 5 minutes after I put it on, my face was bright red. So I thought, C is something I want to stay away from for many, many years. And as I learned about skincare and antioxidants, and vitamin C is the crown jewel of antioxidants. It's not the only one, but it's, I think, probably the most researched one. It helps the efficacy of your sunscreen, and it's a lovely thing to have. So I thought, I need to get it in, and Drunk Elephant was the way I went. I started at night, and I would do it 2 times a week, then 3 times a week, and I was using some kind of retinol, over-the-counter kind of thing, one, and then I would do the C, and then I go back and forth, and after a couple of months I graduated to wearing it every day in the morning. It was with this that I saw incredible changes in my skin. Now, it's often the case, the first C that you try is where you're going to see dramatic results, because you're just trying to see for the first time. But let me tell you a quick story. When I was about 41, I had a series of 3 lasers, and I don't remember which one it was. It was a YAG, so it might have been ND YAG, to get rid of my broken capillaries. And the final one, I said, you know, we agreed on 3, and I'm not seeing a result. And they said, well, you can turn it up, but you're probably going to bruise. Bring it. I will have a bruise on my face for a week to get rid of this redness. Well, the result was stunning. So much so that I look in the mirror and I kind of didn't recognize myself without all my redness. But he did say, by the way, I have proclivity to these broken capillaries and redness, and it will come back, and it has. But the last session wasn't done by the doctor, it was done by a nurse, and I don't know what the hell she did, but I had this raised, like, tag right here. And I'm intimidated by doctors. I feel that this doctor was in Beverly Hills, and my impression was they wanted to deal with rich women who would pay out of pocket to get stuff done. So they stopped taking insurance, because I also went to see him about some skin cancers, and it became complicated and made me feel bad about myself. What a nice thing for a doctor to do. And I figured, if I call them and go there, they're just going to say, well, there's nothing that can be done about it. So I lived with it, and I thought it would go away, and it did not go away. And I am not kidding, 10 years. I thought it would always be there. I don't know when it disappeared. I think it was about a couple of months into using the Drunk Elephant. And I remember looking at my face going, mind you, I had it for 10 years, so I was quite used to it. And suddenly, what the hell? It went away. And it was the vitamin C that did it. I think it was too hot. She had it in the wrong place, the wrong angle, and it damaged that skin. And that skin never recovered from it until I started using the vitamin C. She also took off my widow's peak. And let me tell you, if you have a widow's peak and you're used to looking at it your whole life and you suddenly don't have it, you really don't recognize yourself. So that Drunk Elephant vitamin C, I highly, highly recommend. It is expensive, so get it on sale. And as I said, I've been rotating that into my program lately, like once a year or twice a year. I'm going to go back to that because it is lovely. And you guys, well, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hair, skin, a little bit of body. Anyway, hope it was helpful. Happy shopping. Let me know if you have any questions down below. You always do, but I always try to answer, especially the first 3 days that my video is up. And yeah, Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.